Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget camera phones.
Starting at number 5.
OnePlus Nord 2T. OnePlus isn't the best known name in tech, but the Nord 2T is a very lovely camera phone. Its rear camera boasts a 50MP Sony IMX766 main sensor, an 8MP ultrawide and 2MP depth sensor. Combined with an updated Dimensity 1300 chipset, the Nord 2T especially excels in low-light photography, which means you'll be able to capture some gorgeous night shots with bold colors and crisp lines. The AI highlight video feature will aid in clear shots even amidst low or uneven lighting. The front camera has a 32MP sensor, just like the flagship OnePlus 10 Pro. An AI deblurring algorithm will reduce any blur that may come from an unsteady hand, so your self-portraits will look stunning.
Coming at number 4.
Samsung Galaxy A53. Samsung has really surprised us here, giving its budget-friendly Galaxy A53 phone 4 rear cameras that you wouldn't turn your nose up at. None of these are filler lenses like we see on many cameras. The 64MP main camera takes great pictures, with the 12MP ultra-wide, 5MP depth sensing, and 5MP macro cameras all helping out in a pinch, but the star of the show is the software. Samsung's entire range of modes, including food for adding focus and saturation to shots, or single take if you don't know what kind of picture would be best for the subject, are all present and accounted for. This really is a great camera phone for the price, though it's lower on this list because that cost is a little higher than some of the other mobiles we've listed here. On the flip side, it's a good-looking phone with a solid display, though it's quite sluggish to use thanks to a weak chipset. Either way, Samsung phones are often solid, and the A53 is proof of that.
At number 3.
Honor 50. Honor's latest smartphone technically comes just under the price limit, as long as you get the 128GB version, and has a 108MP main camera as well as an 8MP ultra-wide and 2MP auxiliary cams. The real star of the show, though, is the 32MP selfie camera, as self-portraits look bright and colorful. We found this great whether in standard or portrait mode, with balanced highlights and shadows, great contrast, lovely-looking color and realistic-looking bokeh background blur. Even when we took nighttime selfies, we found ourselves clearly detailed. Elsewhere, we weren't as enthused by the cameras. It's not bad for photography, but about on par with other mobiles on this list. So it's really a choice for selfie fans. Beyond that, this is your standard mid-range Android phone with a medium power processor, long-lasting battery, and good-looking display. If you need a 108MP camera phone on a budget, it's a good choice, but the Redmi Note 10 Pro is better value for money.
Number 2 of my list.
Realme C35. The Realme C35 packs in a 50MP main camera that uses Sony's IMX766 sensor, which crops up in quite a few smartphones with higher price tags than this one. The rest of the camera array is nothing to write home about, with no ultra-wide array, but still, in most conditions you'll get imagery with this camera that punches well above the phone's weight. Across the board, this phone does a good job at its price point. The battery life is excellent, and you can easily get a good couple of days of use out of the phone before needing to charge, which is not something you can say for more expensive smartphones. Having a full HD display is welcome too, as it makes watching Netflix or YouTube on the phone a much better experience. Some might quibble the maximum brightness of 600 nits, and it's definitely not ideal, but once again, is the kind of trade-off you'd expect to make at this price.
And number 1.
Google Pixel 7a. Released this May, the Google Pixel 7a is Google's latest entry into the budget smartphone space. It's a low-cost alternative to the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro, but with an RRP below $500/£500. Despite its low cost, the Pixel 7a is well-spec'd, with the same Tensor chipset that powers the bigger Pixel phones. As for photos, there are only 2 cameras in its rear array, rather than the 3 as are common in smartphones nowadays. But Google's real strength is in software rather than hardware. The Google Pixel 7a is stuffed with clever little processing tricks, which means photos taken with the phone have comparable punch and vibrancy to those shot with phones that cost twice as much. Whilst raw photos may seem lower quality, the phone will work magic using AI processing tech to really make them pop. Google's Magic Eraser tech is also present, so you'll be able to edit out unwanted objects or people from your photos for absolutely flawless shots.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.